Are you helping Daddy? So, I've finally been reunited with my first gaming machine. This beast goes back quite a while, I think 21 years in parts. I think I retired it in 2011, I believe, around 2011. So it's been sat in storage since then. It is actually a single core AMD Athlon, so it's it's just a bit bananas. So can it run Crysis? Yeah, it absolutely can. 30 frames per second, but just look at that, absolutely stunning. It's just a shame that, you know, installing this card, it ends up in the machine upside down, so you never get to see it. The only time you ever see that beautiful faceplate is when you're installing it. So yeah, the CPU on this machine is, if I remember correctly, it's an AMD Athlon. I don't even know if it's a 64. Yeah, no, it is Athlon 64 3200. The graphics card can handle Crysis, no problem. The CPU is just like, it basically gets bottlenecked. So it runs like Call of Duty, you know, Modern Warfare, Crysis, not all games around that period like Far Cry. I think the RAM sticks I have, the only thing that is actually original from this Tesco pre-built thing is the CPU and I think 2 sticks of RAM. So the other 2 sticks are just off the market. So the entire machine is just parts that I've added in or replaced or whatever, just to keep it going and keep it functional. But it's not actually in that bad of a shape. When I was picking this machine out of storage, funnily enough, a fishing rod had literally entered this void here, where it's meant to have a cap on it, and I don't know if it actually broke the pins or bent the pins just ever so slightly. I don't think it's a deal breaker, because I think this is the front I/O ports for the Firewire on this bit. I'm pretty sure it's this faceplate here, so it's not the end of the world. If that doesn't work, I don't really care. I'm going to see if I can swap out this. Ultimately, this is a lot of crap. I don't know where this is from. I can't remember where I had it from. But it's cheap. It feels cheap. It's just an absolute piece of crap. So what I'm going to do is basically just get this to run. Get it up and running. Give it a clean. See what's on here. And play some games. But that's phase 1. Phase 2 is I will swap out this horrible CPU because it's one bad day away from frying the entire machine, I think. I don't claim to be an expert on PC repair or, you know, some mechanical whiz, but that is the tool I have to fix these pins with. I'm not pretending that I'm going to do anything fancy. It's a broken knife that I'm going to try and bend the pins back with. I've probably got better tools here. I've got loads of tools stashed away, but I'm just gonna MacGyver it and bend some of these pins back. So yeah, we'll see. So that is my best attempt at it. The angle isn't the best, but in person they are fairly straight. So hopefully it just plugs straight back in. Oh, you can see the Realtek audio chip there. See his little crab? Little crab hands. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, she's back in fine. I didn't really need to fix it, but I just want to be extra careful before I turn the machine on, because the machine's been off for like 10 years at least, I think. So simply what I've done here is I've just put all the port plates from the top down, so if anything does go near it in future, it doesn't directly hit any any capacitors or any chips on the board or anything. So let's just pretend it's for ventilation. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is I did spray this case black, the back plate of it. So before I installed the motherboard, I kind of primed it and sprayed it black, but there's just patches of bare metal everywhere. So just didn't do a great job with it. I wanted the inside to be black, the same as the outside, but how cool does that look? Look at that. I love old drives. Oh look, that's that's just loose. That's not even plugged into anything, look. Wow. It's just in there. Sit. Paw. Lay down. On your side. Aye, oh, good girl. High five. High five. Oh, lama. Lie down. Lie down. I found the cable. So it's a DVI adapter to VGA, and I'm just going to test it on that monitor. Hey, my little Christmas tree, my joking Christmas tree, mechanical keyboard and mouse, just to test it out with. Hopefully it actually picks up USB keyboard on the BIOS. Felt like it didn't want to go in then. So I do quite like this keyboard. This is a fun keyboard, but it's very loud. I love things that are heavy. Like this is, it's got some right weight to it because it's just a huge metal faceplate. Does get annoying after a while though, but there's something about the weight. If you're doing a light programming session, you're just tweaking a little project, it's lovely, but I wouldn't spend all day coding on this thing because it'll just drive you bananas. Or gaming as well, you know, if you're spamming 1 2 3 6 or something, just a nightmare. Cheap Amazon mouse, that does the job. Oof, power on. Any sign of life yet? Any lights on the motherboard? Anything? So that's the reset button. That's the on button. So that's the drive, and that's power. So let's give it a go. Oh my god! She's actually spinning up. I can hear the drives going and everything. The front fan ain't doing anything. She's making hell. Whoa! Oh, we got something. Oh, she's alive. Check some bad. Oh, damn, the drive is dead, is it? Back fan's going okay. I can feel the air coming out of it. Side fan is trying its best. CPU fan's going. Hopefully the graphics card fan is going as well. Yeah, but looks it. It's got a proper high pitch whine to it. But I'm gonna check this properly, see if I can get past this boot screen. So from memory, CMOS is the battery chip on the motherboard. if I'm not being stupid. So maybe the battery simply just died. So I just need to load default values and try F1. F1. Oh. Please boot. Please boot. Oh, what a thing of beauty. Oh, the drive isn't dead yet. I am so happy about that. I am so happy about that. The front plate ain't doing anything. Ah, he's dead. Yeah, front fan is dead. He ain't moving. He's absolutely cocked. Oh, I brought him back to life ever so slightly. Yeah, he's cooked. Show me the money. So I decided to pop out to the shop and get a new battery. So I had to take the graphics card out to get to it, but yeah, it's a CR 2032. I'll just swap that out. I've just got some cheap ones. Look at that. Just a thing of beauty, isn't it? BFG 9600 GT overclocked. So this card is actually really cool because it has a thing on it called SLI. So you can basically get two of the same cards, and you get like this adapter, which is branded by NVIDIA as SLI. I think AMD had something different like Crossfire. I can't remember exactly, but basically you get two cards and you pair them in parallel so they can share the load. I never was able to do it because I've only got one PCI Express port on this motherboard. So that would be a really cool project, actually. Getting another motherboard with two PCI Express ports, getting another one of these cards, and doubling the power essentially. Oh, you see the fucking dirt in there, all the crud. Oh, it's minging. It needs a good clean. Right, I'm gonna try and boot this with a new chip in. Or battery. Just double check these pins. Makes a hell of a horrible noise. I don't think I need... That fan does nothing. Yeah, that fan. It does absolutely nothing. Yeah, there we go. 64 processor, 3200. Clocked at 2 gigahertz. So I think I had this clocked at 2.4 something. I don't know. I'll have to fish it out, the specs. IDE is running the OS. The SATA is the additional hard disk. 20th. Enter. 20. 25. I literally just realised I forgot to plug the power Molex into the graphics card, but it is working. But it's probably working at like the fan spinning on it and everything. But it's probably not got enough power, enough juice on it to do anything. It's probably absolutely cooked. So I've literally just booted it into Doom 3. And it seems to work. I mean, the graphics card isn't even powered. But I just thought, for a laugh, we'll see. We'll try to load a game. Oh, it's lagging like anything. 2008. That's the last time I saved this game. Like, the mouse is lagging like anything. So yeah, so I must be getting like, what's that, 30 frames per second, maybe less than that, 25. That's without the the graphics card plugged in, so we'll see. Yeah, so that explains a lot. So I've just rebooted it and plugged in the power cable. So we look a little bit better. It's not like perfect. Oh, there's a bit of a drop here. It's the game is just absolutely cooked by the looks of it. The textures are just corrupted or something. I don't know what's happened. But yeah, there's slightly better performance. Okay, so I managed to find Halo. We'll see how Halo runs. It should be fine. But I'm suspicious of these drives and how much noise they're making. The drive light is just absolutely being hammered. It's just flashing like mad. So I think it's a huge bottleneck on this machine. I think there's some serious drive issues. It's just been sat there for years and years and years. Oh, it's terrible performance. I honestly don't know what is going on. I'm wondering if it's slightly overheating, because the whole system is absolutely caked down. It's trying to go quite fast, but you can see it's just stuttering like mad. There's some serious stutters there. I don't know. So it's a little bit smoother now. Basically, Windows was indexing the entire 2 drives. Yeah, just causing it to be just an absolute hot mess. So there's a little bit better. There's a few slowdowns here and there. And I think that's due to the CPU bottlenecking. Previously I'd overclocked the CPU and it just about handled all these games up to like 60 FPS, depending on the game. Some of them 30 FPS. I think Crisis was 29, 30 FPS, but I mean, usually all the games, like they're maxing out the CPU. Yeah, so as you can see here, the game is literally maxing out that CPU. So what I've done years ago is, like, I overclocked it slightly, so like it was still hitting around 90 for most of these games, but they just need that extra bit of juice for whatever reason. So hopefully this has helped. I've overclocked it to 2.2 from 2 gigahertz. It can be done. It can play games. There she goes. Field of view seems really funny in this. So look at that. No more choppiness. Something in this machine is clicking. I don't like it. I don't like the clicking noise. I don't know whether this is fun. I'm hoping it's the fun. Just jump screwdriver in it for now. Just to stop fucking clicking. What? It's just crashed. Oh shit. Yeah, this fan. I'm very suspicious of this fan. So it's just, it spins up and it slows down. So we're booting again. Booting? Booting. But I might just try and unplug it. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Ah, right, okay. So it's an adapter. So it's plugged into the Molex, into the main drive. So that fan, oh that's horrible, that fan is literally piggybacking. And if theory checks out, if this is playing up voltage wise and shorting, then that's not good news for the main drive. Okay, so I've just gone ahead, I've disconnected this one, stupid little crappy side fan, disconnected this one, so they were both daisy chaining off of this. So I knew there was something up with this horrible power supply. I knew there was something up, and I'm wondering now if this ended up frying the last power supply or whatever. I don't know. I have my suspicions about things. Something was telling me something. This is just a mess. But yeah, so it's just the extractor fan on now. I'm gonna swap these fans out. This whole machine, it just needs some good love, because this can run some bloody good games. Like, basically everything's disabled now but the back fan and the CPU fan. Oh fuck, hang on. Oh no, it is spinning. It's all the dirt in there that made it look like it had stopped. So I'm guessing there's another classic Vista issue here where indexing is just absolutely tearing apart my machine. So I'm going to disable the service permanently, and hopefully we don't get these mad writes per second. Good, it's just like 100%. Okay, this one was partly my fault, so I've disabled the disk indexing, but when I booted this machine up, I ran CCleaner, and CCleaner has an option to nuke the prefetch. So I think what it's currently doing is it's rebuilding the prefetch. So that's currently running. So every time I nuke it with CCleaner, it'll probably schedule it to be rebuilt. So that's probably what's going on. Perfect. So I think it's just finished doing its caching. So this is, oh, there we go, it popped back up again, but something's happening. But essentially, I don't know how I put up with this pain in the past, but these drives are 20 years old, so the Windows Vista isn't ideal. I have plans for this machine. I have plans. I'm going to restore it as an XP machine. The only reason I upgraded is because I wanted DirectX 10 back in the day. And I had to kind of do a semi-rebuild anyway, because I'd messed up one of the drives, so hopefully we can do it justice. I'm happy with this as a period rig, like running stuff up to Fallout 3, or even below Fallout 3, like Oblivion, is essentially the end goal. I don't want to be running games past this era. I think this is ideal. Fallout 3 is like, as long as I can get Fallout 3 running, it should then run everything below it. But the discs are a huge issue. I think if I was to replace the discs on it, I'd get it back running as normal, because the I/O, the reads and writes for this disc aren't ideal. I don't know what is going on. Oh, it's just crashed. Yeah, boom. Let's check the. Have I got a mouse? So I've removed the clock. Oh, sorry, the overclock. Well, I've reduced it back down to 22. So it's running at 2.2 gigahertz. 2.3 was just a bit too much for it. Just didn't like it. And I've had this issue in the past. Perhaps it needs more voltage, but that's where it starts to get a bit hairy for me. I don't really like tinkering with the voltage too much. But she's running smooth. This is playable. I'm happy with this. But this was a bit more involved. If you were a PC gamer, you'd have to spend the headaches tinkering with the games, getting them to run, understanding the system, understanding the specs. You have to be a little bit of a nerd really to play these games nicely. And I can hear the card whirring away a bit better now. So it sounds a bit like a Locust or a Cricket. But what I'm aiming for is that continuous whir in sound without any intermittent stops, because that is just showing the CPU bottlenecking. Okay, so this is a nice example of how I want this rig running games. So this is Red Faction, and it's just battery smooth. Battery smooth. It's beautiful on this card. It's just the era of game I will be playing. So it's nice and sharp, runs native 1080. It's maxing this game out. Battery smooth. So you can see the fog up in the distance. I love that on these older games. It gives it so much charm. Quite often I find fog is missing from these games when you run them on modern systems. So hopefully running this on XP will give a lot of native support. So native DirectX, native drivers. It'll just run as it was intended to. So this is beautiful to play. This is the exact type of game I want to be playing on this. Look how fast that is. Just tweak shots. Love it. And then obviously once it's hooked up to a lovely sound card. A lot of these games have EAX or direct sound. Those APIs will be available, so you can experience these games as they were meant to be. Fresh off the press, a brew to wash it down, and a truffle ball. Joining the servers. We are offline now. Yeah, pretty much runs as I'd expect it to. A tiny bit of choppiness, but this just looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at the lighting, the textures, the crispiness. There's no funny LODs. It's really nice, every bit of it. What do you think, Beastie? Is it good? Is it good enough? Can you game on it? Can it run Crysis? I'm not sure, but it can run quick. I think this is actually running in software mode. So it's not even running on the graphics card, but just giving the CPU a test. Controls are all mangled as well. I can just hear these guys in my head. But lovely. Even software mode, software renderer. For some reason I crash on the OpenGL renderer, but perhaps my graphics card needs a patch. Well, it needs a patch for my graphics card. But those are all tweaks you do when you have time. But I've seen enough. It's fast enough for these games to run. So this is exactly what I want out of it. Beautiful. Gosh, it runs a dream, look at that. Nice. When a bunch of like UI elements change and events fire in the engine, you know, when stuff gets queued, you get those little spikes and then it suffers slightly, but it's not a gameplay changer. It's playable. It's probably a nicer experience than it could be on console even. So that's where the beauty in this lies. Is staying true to the PC realm. Put VSync on though. Yes, because that's why it's making a hell of a noise. Now we're talking. There we go. So V-Sync's on, and we get some butter smooth frames per hertz. So it's running native to the monitor. That's why it looks so smooth now. Oh, was not meant to do that. So this actually went perfectly to plan. I'm so happy with how this turned out, because it proves that my rig still runs and I can still play games on it. I've identified the bottlenecks. So the CPU is a huge one, and the drives are another. The software is the third main issue. So I'm going to address all them. I'm going to upgrade to a dual core CPU. I'm going to install XP on an SSD, so it gets booting super fast. And then just upgrade the power supply. Put a nice 600 watt power supply in there. So I'm super excited for this upgrade. And this will run everything in that period. So it's going to be a true period rig.